time, I would have this down, but unfortunately, or should I say, fortunately, here we are, anyways. And yeah, I don't know if I can be heard or not, so immediately I'm gonna have to wait for some folks to come in here, and hopefully somebody is woke this morning. Let me get into some light. And I'm not on tea this morning, I'm on cappuccino. Oh, I forgot to say, hey YouTube. I am here for my regularly scheduled program. Yeah, yeah, this is where I am. But I gotta wait for somebody to come in here. So hopefully somebody shows up. Until then, I will be working because I really do got some work to do. Starting with my seedlings because it's time. A lot of them are dry. I've been doing other things such as taking down my hydroponic unit here. Oh my goodness, I had my hand over the So I've been cleaning and removing plants from here. Regina is still up here putting out tomatoes, so she's a keeper. Some lettuce and stuff that Oreo is eating on. And I see somebody has scrolled in. Mike's Chaotic Gardening. Thank you for scrolling through. Can you hear me? Because I am mic'd up this morning and I don't want to just be talking to myself. Even though I can talk to myself, I don't. Oh Lord, I forgot to turn off my notifications too. If it ain't 9 things, it's 10 of them. Thank you kindly, Mike. Uh-oh. Good morning, sis. Growing with Hudson. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I'm still setting up because, yeah, I'm running late. Oreo looking at me crazy because I ain't been over here to do nothing with him yet but give him some water. And it's kind of dark over here. Let me grab another light. There, that's better. So I can see. I ain't have a thumbnail or nothing. I think it says Weedy Pop-Ups to which, okay. This is what I do. And okay, so I ain't finna be lazy because I got a lot of stuff to do. Let me check the chat again. Miss Alice, don't hurt the harvest. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. Renee Williams, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. Have a great time. Thank you, sis. I appreciate it. I am going to be doing my seedlings this morning. Enjoy your day too. And let me show y'all my seedlings. Hopefully. Here we go. So I have this tray. I removed them and brought them over here. And then I have this tray. And what I was talking about is a lot of my seedlings that I have started. Yeah, they drunk up all of the fertilizer that was in there. So I got to go through each of my cups. Excuse me, each of my cups, clean out the bottom of the cup and add some new fertilizer. Because, yeah, we still got another 30 days maybe. And I don't know. These were actually experiments, this corn right here. So, anywho, I'll get to that. Let me check the chat again. All right, I am caught up. So, what I'm going to do first is give my bunny some pellets over there because he been waiting. And I ain't done nothing with him this morning. As with, I just started with a whole bunch of plant stuff. So let me get my tripod together and all this good stuff. Maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna need this, my little workstation right there. I am not a professional with this camera stuff, y'all. So please forgive me while I try to set up or continue to set up. And hopefully I can get it. I think I do. Oh yeah, there we go. Woo, free at last. My hands are finally free. At last. And I forgot to bring my... But that's the purpose of this, so I can get used to it. Because like I said, even though I should be used to it, I'm not. And it's something different every time, so... Well, that was interesting. But I'm setting up my tarp. Just so if I have an accident, at least I'll have something down here to help me get it up. Yay, team. Let me check the chat again. And it gives me a mark to where I can set this good camera. This is the best that I can do. Oh, Lord, the upload. What was that about? Touching too much stuff? Good grief. Some kind of upload was just uploaded. I don't know what that was. Hi, OS. Okay, I can't pronounce that, but thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Yes, indeed, Mike. Please hit that like button. If you have not clicked that thumbs up or down to let YouTube know how you feel, please do. And I forgot to welcome y'all into my live. Welcome, gardening comrades. I am GMama Growz Hard in the Garden. Thank you for scrolling through, and I would appreciate your support of my channel by clicking that like button like we just discussed. Thank you kindly. And back to what's going on. The fidget board. Hi, thank you for scrolling through. My bunny looks like yours. Aw, yeah, there are a lot of black and white bunnies. Oh, thanks for reminding me because he's mad right now. He needs some pellets. So let me handle that right fast, y'all. And I will be right back. Yeah, you know what that sound is, don't you, bro? Thank you, Lord, for this food. Amen. Yeah, I know, bro. It's been a while. Or should I say, longer than usual. Let me check the chat again. Oreo is awesome. Thank you, Mike. Oreo is like my buddy Marshmallow. Oh, yeah. And usually they are named Oreo or Marshmallow. He had Oreo. My little cousin named him before I actually got him. Good morning, Urban Gardening Chronicles. Thank you for scrolling through. Exercising, so can't watch. All right, that's cool. Thank you kindly. I hung out with my rabbit pals yesterday. Okay, Mike. I'm finna try to grow some more stuff for him indoors now that I got these couple of new pots. We should be good to grow. So the first thing I'm gonna do is grab these. I guess I'll go with the short. It don't matter because they all about to get done. Matter of fact, it does matter. I got to mix up some fertilizer first because this is what it's all about. They don't have anything, uh, any fertilizer because it's been a week. So weekly until I can get them, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Weekly until I can get them outside, this is what I will be doing. To which I don't mind because it'll give me a jump start as far as getting some seedlings going. And I'm just setting up something so I can get some type of work area out clean. Yeah, I should have been a little more prepared, but we working it out. We working it out. So what I got to do is pour out the old, put in the new. So I need the new. Let me grab the fertilizer. I need some water. And I don't use any fancy water. I just leave my water out. Typically a couple of hours to overnight to when I have to use it. And I go through a couple of gallons of water a day. So this is my mixer that I'm mixing in today. And what I'm using is just a basic grow formula food. Oh, excuse me, I need to cough. Is there a way that I can... Okay, so hopefully that worked. But, and the food, the formula that I'm going with today is the Mighty Grow plant food, to which I do both in hydroponics and in soil. And these seedlings are growing on this formula. So we're going to continue with this. It is 1 teaspoon per gallon. And like I said, I only do regular tap water that has been left out. And I guess I can, because what are we looking at here? Let me raise up the tripod more. Maybe. You gotta be smarter than the equipment here. There we go. And I'm going to have to go get my pH meter just because. Actually, no, I don't. Because this is going to be just sitting, so it'll be okay. It's the same every time. But I make this jug holds a gallon, and so does this jug, so I'm going to make a gallon of fertilizer. And it dissolves pretty fast, so yeah. And this is my teaspoon. And once it's dissolved, I can go ahead and get to, I think I need another bucket for the water that I'm going to clean out the cups, because I have the cups labeled, my seedling cups that is, as to which is what. So I'm gonna have to, well, I don't have to, but I am going to reuse the same cups that they're in and keep the fertilizer going. But I want to take out the old fertilizer because it has settled to the bottom. So when I get ready to take the seedlings out of the cups, you will notice that there will be brown around the bottom of the root zone, but that is just because the fertilizer is brown. And I'm hoping I don't have no root rot for demonstration. But if I do, then I'm prepared for that also. Maybe. I gotta look around and make sure I see my spray bottles because, yeah. Root rot can be reversed and the plant can be saved should that have happened. And I don't see my spray bottle on here. How is that possible? But moving on. I need one more bucket and I will return because I need something to have water to clean with. So I'm just grabbing an extra bucket and some extra water. Oh, I don't even see my spray bottle. Why? Oh, there it is. Woo, that was close. And I'm gonna check the chat because I'm coming back now. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. I done missed a lot, but that's okay. Good morning, Farmer Chaz. Thank you for scrolling through. Good morning, everybody is speaking, Earthlings. Food Forest Permaculture. Thank you for scrolling through, Earthling Howie. I appreciate your time. I am going through my seedlings this morning. This is a weekly task that I am doing. I am feeding and fertilizing and cleaning out their containers that I have them in. A couple of them are in soil, but a majority of them are in my semi-hydroponic starting that I have converted over to because I'm trying to go with less soil. And we'll start with a couple of the smaller ones that I can see. And I'll explain what's going on with them. But this is Clancy potatoes, seedlings. I forget how many I put in there, maybe 2 or 3. But I have 2 of them. And I also have my, hold on one good time. Let me grab a couple of them over here. I don't know about that one, but this one, yes. And these, maybe. That's weird. Oh, there we are. But my potatoes, I'll probably be planting those next week. And this is the purple potato, as well as this. And what I did was I left some like this, and I took the other ones that have the eyes and I cut it off of the potato. And then I said I was going to replant the Clancy that I came out last season, and the other one looks like a dried up monster. So I'm going to try to plant that one too. So yeah, that'll probably be next week. But what I'm going to do with these, I guess I need to probably set this on the floor. That way I don't have no accidents. I'm just making sure that I don't have any lumps or powder, if you will, in my mixture. And yeah, I gotta concentrate when I'm moving stuff because butterfingers will happen. And I'm gonna bring y'all down here because yeah, it'll be easier for me not to knock nothing on the floor that's already on the floor. I don't have to do a balancing act, if that makes any sense. One bucket is going to be to rinse. The other bucket is going to be to fill. And that's how I'm going to be doing these seedlings. Oh, and see what I mean? I already done knocked over. And at least it didn't fall from the sky. It only fell from the already position on the floor. So, yeah, let me fix this because good grief. And luckily there, it was empty except for, yeah. So, these are PS purple sprouting broccoli. And one of them is dried up because, yeah. And I always add more seeds than what I need for just that. Another one has collapsed, so I'm getting here just in time. So let me get this messed up real quick. And this is another reason why I'm converting over to a mineral-based substrate for my plants versus soil because, yeah, I need something as sturdy as me, and that soil starts to... Ooh, it looks like I might be losing a lot of these because they done dried out, but that's okay. I'm here now. And like I said, this is just, yeah, we here. But purple sprouting broccoli, what I'm going to do is take everything out like this. Bring over the cleaning bucket. Take my hydrogen peroxide. Hit it a couple of times. Grab some water. And clean out the cup. And ta-da, the plant is going back in here. And I'm gonna fill it with fertilizer from the top because they are super dry. So all I do is take 1 cup. And this should help revive them also because, yeah, they was hungry. And since they're bigger now, it might be even faster that I'm gonna have to come in here every week now versus what I was doing, which was just watching them until they drank all the fertilizer. So this is what I'm going to be doing today. And this was the purple sprouting broccoli. And these are, like I said, Clancy, which are the Clancy potatoes from seeds, and they are pelleted seeds. And I don't see any roots down there either. And I have so many that once I get to like the middle, it'll be with some water and things left over, and I just use the same water to continue to rinse and repeat the process. And this is going to give me a start on getting my seedlings ready to put outside for the spring. And I see that I have a little algae on the top, which happens because it's a spore, so it flies around. And all I do is take my hydrogen peroxide and try to focus on the algae. And the classy potatoes are done. And did I check the chat? I don't recall. Let me check it again right now. Oh, y'all been talking. Thank you kindly. If you have not clicked that thumbs up or down, please do. It helps support the channel. Thank you kindly. Okay, let me scroll back up, Good morning, an entrepreneurial diary. Shamika, thank you for scrolling through. I'm back, the fidget board. Thank you so much. I never have any luck with broccoli. Oh, Miss Alice. Keep trying. It'll work out. I'm sure of it. New 2, scrolling in the chat. Triple G, Global Gardeners, Mr. Bowtie Life, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Hello, Mr. Bowtie Life, I owe you a plant party root pruning from the other day. Hands in the dirt, good morning, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Scrolling in the chat. Getting mini-me ready for school. I appreciate your time. Shelly's Homestead Hideaway. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Okay, so, yeah, I needed a break anywho. Let me grab, it'll be really quick. As a matter of fact, it'll give me something to, stand up and rest my back. But over here, as a matter of fact, that plant right there, can I zoom in? I can. That is my okra plant from the hashtag WIG 2023. And yeah, now I can't zoom back out. Okay, there we go. And that is just a pepper plant. But anywho, I'm coming over here to grab this plant right quick. And I'll be right back. Because I'm about to root prune that plant. Because apparently, I have some new people that would like to see how that is done. And what better way to do that than to actually do that? Because, yeah, I'm better at showing than telling. So give me about 2.5 seconds to grab that good plant. And I'll be right back. Because it's a chore. As you can see, I have other plants that I have to work around in order to get this plant out of here. And yeah, it looks like it needs a lot of something here. And please forgive me for not turning off my notifications, but I am not a professional. And yeah, I'm working on it. So I'm going to set this up on the workstation. I don't know how I'm going to do that actually, but I'm going to figure it out. Let me move this over this way. Okay, so I can't slide it on my, there we go. Work with me now, Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna bring this up. Maybe. Is that the right button? It is. Okay, I don't remember this thing being this doggone this low. But now that I know it is. And here we are, finally. But this is my baby bubba. That's the variety okra plant that has been growing. Let me take this off because this was the date, actual date that I started it, to which I can't read it. But anywho, baby bubba okra. Hashtag WIG 2023, December 6, 2023. That's how long this plant has been growing in this pot. And I said that to say this. A lot of people don't know you can prune okra to keep it a certain height. That's what I've been doing with this plant. Every time you prune it, this is where I prune it because it gets too tall and I want to keep it at a manageable size underneath my lights. So I keep the top pruned as well as the roots. And every time you prune it, you get a stump. And with the stump, you get side shoots. And down here is the same thing. This is, I can't even remember, it's been so long, but I'm thinking it could be soil on the top and maybe clay pebbles on the bottom. But this is the root system. And every time I'm feeding this plant, I feed it in the reservoir down here. So when I root prune, I choose a side, meaning either I'm going to do the sides or I'm going to do the middle. And in this case, I'm going to do the sides because the middle is pretty much done. So I'm just going to remove the edges. And as far as everybody's saying, okra having a deep tap root, yeah. Okra will have as many roots as from pruning they will send down new roots. So there's that. So let me get to pruning my okra plant real quick. And let me check the chat. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. Mr. Babby without the butler, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Getting breakfast. But yeah, uproot. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah. And here we are. Good morning, G. Who is CC's Texas Garden? Thank you for scrolling through. It looks good. Thank you kindly. I want to see you. Yeah, thank you. I am on it. I grew baby bubba. Love that okra. Yes, it is good. Okay, let me get back to this real quick. So what I'm going to do is I need to grab some scissors real quick. Hopefully I got some around. And I do not have a, there's one right there. Okay. So, I got my little snips here, and this is what I'm going to use to root prune my okra plant. And I'm going to clean it in the same bucket because That's the only bucket I have. So luckily I didn't get too involved with those seedlings yet, and let me move these seedlings out of the way so I don't knock them over like I did, because they fresh, and yeah, I want them to remain fresh. So I'm gonna move them all the way over here. And yeah, I have kicked over a whole cup of fertilizer. So what I'm going to do is take this out of here and put it in another bucket until I get the home cleaned out. And this is the permanent reservoir. And typically I would have another one ready, but I'm using them all. I have plants growing in all of my semi-hydroponic pots. So I have to use a bucket system that I've made up, and all I do is take out the old fertilizer and I need to rinse this out. So give me about 2.5 seconds, because I actually need to take it to the sink to do this, because that little bucket is not going to be big enough to put this pot in. And I'm gonna try to make it fast, y'all. I really am. So hopefully y'all bear with me, because I hate to leave out a step and then look back and be like, oh my God, I forgot to. Yeah, because I've done that before. And some things cannot be corrected because, yeah, they're already done. Especially if soil is involved. So, yeah. And I'm going to need another 2.5 seconds because I got to hit this cappuccino that I'm walking by. It's getting cold. Excuse me. And so, let me put the pot back together. And I'm going to fill it with fertilizer. And I think I need to take out this spoon because, yeah, I can always put it back in here and stir it should I need to. And I'm going to use half fertilizer and half water because I have other plants that, or should I say, I need to fertilize my seedling. But that is how I feed my okra plant, from the bottom. And now for the root pruning. And for the root pruning, what I do is I come through, and the roots will get pretty thick around the edges and the bottom. But like I said, you just come through and snip. And I don't have to do the bottom because the bottom has been done with the last feeding, to which you can see the layered effect maybe. And to assure that the root system remains healthy, I use hydrogen peroxide, and I spray the roots down with 1 part hydrogen peroxide to 2 parts water. once I'm done with that, I put it back in this pot. And she is good to grow. Uh-oh. And this is how I maintain this okra plant in this semi-hydroponic pot for snacks, because that's exactly what it is. My house plant for snacks. And I've been snacking on this since hashtag WIG 2023. And we are in hashtag WIG 2025. And wow, I have made some new discoveries. Let me check the chat because I'm just talking. Hands in the dirt, scrolling in the chat. I grew baby Bubba. I think I've seen that. Good morning, G-Quat Traditions. Auntie Ellen, thank you for scrolling through. Doing your morning physical therapy. I appreciate your time. So that's been indoors. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sorry, Shelly. This okra plant has been indoors since, yeah, October or December 2023. I have not taken it outside, and it constantly flowers. And I constantly, yeah, this is what majority of my houseplants are, edibles. Nice. Thank you, Miss Alice. All right, breakfast done. Thank you kindly, Mr. Bowtie Life. If you have not clicked that thumbs up or down to let YouTube know how you feel, please do. It helps support the channel. Thank you kindly. Good morning, Jackie Cooper. Thank you for scrolling through. CC scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. My hobby Flora, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I am doing well. Working on my seedlings. I just got finished root pruning my okra plant. Good morning. Good grief. Yeah, I think I might need to hit that cappuccino again. Foraging and urban farming at the Herman House. Thank you for scrolling through. Diamonds in the Garden. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Life with Tasharia. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Good morning, Patty's Kitchen and Garden and more. Thank you for scrolling through, Miss Patty. I appreciate your time. Everyone is speaking. Good morning, good morning. I think I have caught up. Uh-oh, I see somebody else new. I can't see what the name says, but thank you so much. Is that Conscious Business Services Opportunities? Thank you for scrolling through. That is fascinating. I'm currently not doing hydroponics, but easily adapted to dirt in a pot, of course. Oh yes, Mr. Bowtie Life. That's what this is, actually semi-hydroponics, which means it has soil on the top, and then on the bottom there is a reservoir filled with the fertilizer. So yeah, you can do it that way too. That's exactly how these plants are growing. Semi-hydroponically and hydroponically. Very cool. Do you pollinate yourself? Yes, indeed, Miss Shelley. I am a bee, and I pollinate anything that I want fruit from, but I do not have to pollinate the okra plant because it itself, yeah, and there's a little beady bee popping up right there. Once you see a flower, it'll go away the next day, then it'll start producing that okra. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. MKP 007, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Scrolling in the chat. So it's bottom and watered really cool pot. Yes, indeed. Thank you kindly. That is a, what you call those pots that ain't pronounced like it's spelled? Let pot, because I call it a let pot, and they say it's lay pot. It's lay pot. I don't know if I can get it in the shot, but I'll try. There we go. Yeah, so I'm digging those pots really hard. I wanted to go back and get some more, but unfortunately, they have sold out. I've had that pot for a number of years, and yeah, once they come back, I will grab some, in my opinion. She is a bee. Yes, indeed, Mr. Babbitt. I am a bee. As a matter of fact, I got another pot over there that I need to handle as well. So I might as well take y'all along for the trip because this is what I'm going to be doing today. Is going around feeding and watering everybody that needs it. So I'm going to set this up maybe in the corner. We're going to see. Because, where is it? Right there. My GMama Growz that I started from seed. I got to get in there, and her, she has a watering gauge on her. So I can tell when the fertilizer is low. But she is in a self-watering pot also, to which I'm transitioning a lot of my bigger trees, if you will, into those type of pots. So what I'm going to do is just take one off of one that's not being used right now. And I'll be able to, well, I got to move these out of the way so I don't knock nobody over off of their stand, because that would be a awful mess. But it would help me out. I can move this closer. Okay. And the only thing I'm going to do is take this one out and put it over here until I can get over here. Because that's why I have like 2 pots of pretty much everything. And then I grab my spoon and I mix up the fertilizer that's in here because it has its own fertilizer. Uh-oh, I done knocked the flower down in there. But anywho, it'll be okay. So, yeah. Stir that up. Uh-oh. And that's what it's looking like down in there. I just mix it around. And then I grab my little water thingamabobber here. And I dunk it into the fertilizer until I fill it up. And this is my GMama Growz once again. I called it that because I grew it from seed. Yes, I did, and she's doing very well. I transplanted her into this pot a couple of weeks ago. As they say, if you go back into my videos, you'll see where I put her into this self-watering pot right here. And yeah, that's the reason why I go in and I grab some of her fertilizer and I come back in from the top and I give it to her like this, because this is what needs to be done until her roots come down and are able to touch the bottom without me doing this. And since I come in here and I feed once a week, it's no problem for me to do this while I'm feeding. And because I can see how much fertilizer is in there, I don't really need to use the water indicator to tell me how much water is in there, because I'm checking it and it does not require the water to be to the highest level line. And plus it gives me extra fertilizer. Oh, I knocked off one of my little fruits. Good grief. But my kumquat is going to go. That's my kumquat. I just moved over there. My kumquat is going to get a self-watering pot. And I'm not sure about my fig yet. I'm still debating on if I want to take it outside or leave it indoors. But this is the one that's been growing indoors. And let me check my battery is getting low, so I think I'm gonna be having to cut this one a little short. Let me scroll in the chat. Everybody is speaking, scrolling in the chat. Good morning. One crafty sister, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. You have a jungle. Yes, indeed. An edible jungle at that. I dropped a whole flat of tomatoes. I was shocked to cry. Yeah, I've been dropped. Yeah, I'm Butterfingers. So I'm getting a more stable base onto my seedling stuff, because that's all I need. It's just I knock over stuff and oops, oh well, I got more seeds, so I don't cry about it. Mr. Baby, gotta take Fred to drop her off. Thank you so much for scrolling through, Mr. Bammit. I appreciate your time. I am about to wrap this up myself. Okay, mind blown. I have started to breathe. I found myself. Saw someone bonsai a pepper plant over winter and now okra. Yep, that's what happens when you experiment with plants. That is my pepper plant that I have maintained indoors also. Wait, I can get over there. I really can. Right here, this is my purple cayenne pepper, and she is flowering. And when I said I knocked off a flower, that was a flower that I knocked off and it fell inside while I was mixing the fertilizer for my avocado. But yeah, she stays indoors, and my fig is going through shock back there. That's that Chicago hardy that I just up potted. And when I moved my kumquat back, I knocked off a kumquat fruit, but it's plentiful, and I've been eating off of these all winter, so I'm happy about that. That was my first time even eating a kumquat, and yeah, they are delicious. That is a what is you, girl? A Miwa kumquat. And the reason I have not switched her into the self-watering is because I'm at a dilemma because my self-watering containers are going to stay indoors, and I want to try and take out my meanwhile one time for the first time this season. So yeah, I don't know. I'm still thinking maybe I'll just not take it outside because I'm getting fruit anyway. Thank you for dropping real knowledge on me. Anytime I can help, I am happy to help. Prosper Garden Foundation. Oh, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Yeah, I'm wrapping it up right now. I'm finishing. I just cleaned out my seedlings, and I had to restart my grow tower over here because those aphids are coming out already. So I've taken a lot of stuff out, and I'm happy that I did get some pineapple mint to stick around. So I will have that for the spring. And I got to redo my hashtag WIG 2025, unfortunately, because yeah, new disease that I did not know about that I am learning about now. And it's called downy mildew. Yeah, never had that before. It's a spore, and it has spread to my beans over there. Hang on one time if I could. Nope, I can't do it. But anywho, that's what happened. My herb tower is coming along. My spearmint, yes. My holy basil, yes. And I'm going to harvest this moringa and take it down. Moringa also, yep, this is my moringa. It also can be pruned back. I don't know if you can see it, pruning. But I only grow this for the leaves. And it can be pruned just like the okra plant. And that's exactly what I've been doing, is using it for the leaves. So yeah, it can be done. And these are semi-hydroponic planters also that I have these growing in, meaning that in the top I have clay pebbles and the bottom is the fertilizer, because once again I am transitioning all of my indoor plants to clay pebbles and out of soil. All right, y'all, we are done for today because my battery is getting low. And I want to keep on kicking it with y'all, but I really got stuff growing on because I got to get back to all my seedlings over there. I only did like 1 or 2, and then I did that root pruning. So yeah, team replay, I forgot to say, you guys rock, and I appreciate y'all scrolling through and making it this far. This is the end, y'all. I am so happy. Matter of fact, let me go and have a seat for a minute and scroll through the chat for like 2 seconds. Okay, y'all know I am not a professional with this, but I'm working on it. No, it don't want to work. Ain't that something? Because I said I was finna. Okay, there we go. It's amazing how things happen while you live. Ooh, I did not mean to be that close. Okay, but at least down a little bit more. There we go, because wow. Woo, relax my hands and everything. Yeah, I appreciate y'all scrolling through. If you have not clicked that thumbs up or down and let YouTube know how you feel, please do. It helps support the channel. I'm sure everybody got things to do. Digging in the dirt with Tamiko D. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Oh no, somebody. Okay, so I guess that's a real signal because my notification's going off. Rosie's room. Everybody waking up now, y'all. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. We are finished. Bye, you and Oreo. Thank you, the Fidget World. I appreciate you scrolling through. And hopefully I can get these seedlings done today. I'll probably have to mix up 1 more gallon of fertilizer because I'm going to need some more seedlings. I see I only got half, and I let those go too long before I got to a couple of them have withered away. But it's okay. Like I said, I got more seeds. So yeah. With that being said, peace and love, my gardening comrades. Heal thyself. It can be done. We out. Thank y'all for scrolling through.